Hey, Mikey,
Hey, Corn.
you know, we talked about two of that guy with the glasses, that Channel Awesome thing.
Yeah, we did.
Let's talk about a lady, a strong and brave one.
Powerful and super awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
And by no means did she do any raunchy shit.
she would never do that.
No. Because obviously we all know Channel Awesome was filled with great people. You
Banana. The banana best show! Greatest is cooking! Hell yeah! The banana best show! Banana best show! Soaring the sick in the dumb world. Laughing at them cause we want the smoke. The banana best show!
hopefully our careers don't end up like this internet personality. Uh, Now we covered Linkara back back a while ago. We just did the Spoony one.
Yeah.
Uh, but there's more. like
It's like a
more.
never ending pool of cess.
It's not like I'm setting up for a big one. When all the creators went against Channel Awesome, and then it's found out there's a like an actual monster with them.
Oh,
But yeah, this is not a setup for that at all. Anyway, we're using this time, unlike the Spoony one, where we just used down the rabbit hole.
yeah.
We're using Mr. Metokur, which he did do a stream about Null, Queen Got like Cobra's um
It,
girlfriend.
thing.
Yeah. And it was pretty funny, which I don't know if we're gonna cover that in live show. If we do, then yeah. But yeah. So this is that guy with the glasses. I guess it was his sixth part and seventh part, and it's mostly focusing on the nostalgia chick.
Okay.
What brave woman.
Days.
So, for part two of our deep dive into gender and Transformers, how's that for a phrase you never thought you'd say as an adult?
Are you liking how brave she is?
I mean,
This is 2016, 17.
oh,
Yeah, this is the wave.
okay.
This was the blue wave
Huh.
from Tumblr.
Adult?
Well, come on, who doesn't want to use feminist theory to examine the Transformers? Doesn't that sound like fun to you? It sounds entertaining as hell to me. Yes, good old Lindsay has seemingly gone off the deep end. In fact, if you were to read her social media account, you'd get a really good idea of what the nostalgia chick is like these days. No, let me set the mood first. There we go. Let's take a look at some of these stunningly brave tweets that she's put out over the years and see if we can try to pick up on a pattern of behavior that
Strong and brave.
may have evolved since her early days at the website.
Those hot dogs are hitting her strong and bravely.
Bravely, yeah.
I prefer to be known as Shadow Queen of the SJWs. From now on, there was a secret election. Don't worry about it. I'm honored. Look, dummies, no one is saying D&D are white supremacists, but they are tone-deaf writers who don't get why adding more banana to Game of Thrones was bad.
Dang, she is hardcore going after people.
I mean, dude saying culture doesn't exist is like white people saying racism is over, which they often do. So, there you go.
Is
Uh,
it? Is it over? Trump won. It's over, right?
I mean, most of
Majority of
society,
vote.
yeah, we all agree.
Morgan Freeman said the greatest line ever, and I know he played God, and
I mean,
Lucius Fox and the Penguins narrator. But he said the best thing ever: racism doesn't exist unless you talk about it.
that's true.
I just want to be known as a black man. I mean, as a man, not a black man.
Yeah, I don't see people's skin.
I do,
I
but it's like
don't.
not a bad thing. It's
I
just
see through
dude.
them.
If you're black, that's just a description.
Yeah,
That's it. It has nothing to do with you. I mean, I'm a pasty white boy. It means nothing other than I don't get enough sun.
Goddamn, people trying to use the word humanist in lieu of feminist because it is more equal. Get it? Makes me so mad. Well, it would seem our little Lindsay has grown into quite the SJW. Talking
I love the fact he's just leaving that playing in the background. Like that is the background.
That should be the thumbnail.
And everything else. It should be pasted everywhere. Copy paste, all over her Twitter.
Thinking about all the
Strong
hot
and
button
brave.
issues like rape in Game of Thrones and white supremacy and privilege and just the whole slew of bullshit that seems to make the rounds on Twitter. I don't know what it is about Twitter and that guy with the glasses, but it sure turns these people into something they weren't originally. Hey kids, fun fact, it doesn't matter if threats of and physical harm are trolling or not, it's still against the law. And she even has the little clapping emoticons. But Lindsay, I think that might be cultural appropriation. How can I best get that point across to you? I mean, you're an SJW. Clearly, you don't want to culturally appropriate somebody else's behavior online. But
Can you say that, Mikey? I'll do the claps.
Lindsay, you are not a black woman.
Thank you, Mikey.
how could I do it in a subtle way that you would get? It just eludes me right now. It eludes me right. I can't think of something. That's not to say, though, that Lindsay always comes down on the side of the SJWs. She doesn't. I don't think Felix is a racist. I think he's a careless, tone-deaf idiot who's made millions being a careless, tone-deaf idiot.
Yeah, I'm a tone deaf idiot.
PewDiePie.
Ah. He's about to say something.
What a fucking
Banana.
But then again, there are instances of friendly fire with Lindsay. Like when James
Banana.
Rolfe wouldn't review the Ghostbusters movie. She had this to say: I too would like to take a stand and say that I hate this movie neither I nor you nor anyone has seen. Oh, wait a second. It looks like there's a response to this one. What is that? Remember how you hated your baby enough to kill it before you ever even saw it?
There's a reason why she's on here, Mikey. Yeah.
She has no room
Oh, wait.
to talk.
Why? Because she got abortion and taped it and made it into a documentary?
W-
Ah!
So not only we go here, but we go
Oh.
yeah. We go
Yeah, there's a reason.
yeah.
Like Linkara, for the shit he did with the light bender and his cringiness.
Yeah.
But it was mostly like and like
Yeah.
his fetish that came out.
It's
Spoony.
dumb and you're nasty. Yeah.
Spoony for stealing money from this from his users. This one, just wait.
Yeah, I should probably bring that up. Lindsay
Perfect
happened
response.
to create a short film, a documentary, The A Word, about abortion, in which she gave oh God, how can I sum the plot of this movie up for you?
No wire hanger! No wire hangers ever!
No, Mikey, I'm a movie nut. And
Yes.
This is about the daughter of Dorothy,
Yes.
and then how she was an abusive, drunk, fucking bitch, and that scene, which is a meme people use all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to say what that scene was. This is her mother freaking out about her using wire hangers instead of normal hangers because of the dress, because like it messes it up. And then she proceeds to beat her kid. Fun, right? Fun.
Great fun.
Dude, also this, like that woman that she's
Mhm.
betraying, what a bitch she was. When she died, she didn't leave anything for her daughter.
Oh, Jim,
So-
that's
Just so I'm clear, she was playing the actress that played Dorothy,
No, Dorothy's daughter.
Dorothy's daughter.
In real life, Dorothy had a daughter that she was
Okay.
famous to.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Because Dorothy died, like, I think she had a drug overdose. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, but she was an
I
abusive
mean,
person.
Hollywood.
It's like, yeah, why not trust the people, in Hollywood? They for their jobs are lying.
lying.
You're the
and-
best. You're the best liar, Mikey. You really acted like that convicted felon. Good job. You convinced me. I should listen to you.
Here's a couple $1 million.
Yeah. Fucking De Niro.
It's horrible. How could you make a coat hanger joke about Lindsay Ellis having an abortion? Though to be fair, right? Right? I'm not stepping on any
What?
She said it too.
Huh.
toes here. I'm just using the same jokes Lindsay does. Because after all, we're talking about abortion, smiley face. So why are you getting so bent out of shape? It's not like I'm saying the nostalgic crick lusts to ride on the cock carousel.
Hey, Lindsay, want some dick? What?
Not saying that at all. At least not until the finale, where we're going to talk about the rumors, and you're going to want to.
Okay, I don't want to keep pausing it, but like, how do these people? How do they think they can like go from like making jokes like that, and then just like magically be like, but
Oh, what?
I'm better.
Because we saw like another person like about Spoony like doing the jokes about sex essay.
Yes.
And her having this moral stand, but like making dirty jokes in her videos. She's more like, I guess, pure on that stuff, because I don't remember her really swearing and doing dirty jokes. But it is funny seeing someone that is doing like the guy humor,
Yeah.
but like extreme, and then, oh, that was the old me. But then you find out all this weird shit. Like I said, that guy with the glasses has a lot of people that were fucking weird. We're never gonna do the one that he did on Angry Joe, because it was more or less Angry Joe just was dumb. Because he tried doing a charity, not knowing that you have to get paperwork for a charity event. And he did some illegal shit by accident.
Yeah, I mean that happens if you don't know what you're doing.
Oh, and also that he made an ass of himself at the video game awards one time.
Yeah. I mean, he's done a few things.
I want to say Angry Joe, though, out of everyone except for the nostalgia critic, because I think he's still out there, but nobody really
Yeah.
watches him anymore.
No.
Angry Joe is like the most successful person from Channel Awesome.
That's sad.
I know, but he's still doing a lot.
Yeah.
But he's still around our time frame
Mhm.
when we were successful on YouTube, where like he's a dinosaur.
Yeah.
No.
Don't get me wrong, like his success is whatever. I mean, it was there. He still does stuff.
I'm surprised though how successful he's been and how long it's been.
Yeah, and especially with some of the stuff he's done, it's like he definitely was one I thought would get super canceled just based off of what he does.
Yeah.
And then he kind of, correct me if I'm wrong, but he did flip flop quite a bit whenever all the stuff was going on. Like whenever people were getting canceled, he would be like, "Well, I think this," and then he would kind of backstep.
That all started with Gamergate.
Yeah.
Because he's like, I don't want to talk about Gamergate.
Uh-huh.
Blah, blah, blah. Because if you look at it in a nutshell, it's about just like, a writer having the sexy time with a game developer for better scores.
And then lying about it.
Covering it up. That's it.
Yep.
It's not like the end of the world.
Yeah, people, that's fine.
It didn't
do
just,
that.
Speaking of that, fun fact, at the time of this recording, Otaku's going to go down in flames soon.
Oh, yes, it is. They are firing more people. Letting them go. I'm going to be sensitive. Show you my sensitive side. They're letting them go by not paying them anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's not like they should just let it burn and just start a new one. But the owner of them, I guess they own a lot of websites. They don't know how to run them.
No,
They're just selling them, and Otaku can't get sold.
It's not going to. I hope that it dies. I hate that website. I've hated it from the time that I saw it first. It is full of stupid takes on everything. It is the worst laid out website ever.
IGN's just as bad. No, they're not. They were able to shift a little.
Yes, they were able to shift a lot. They were able to dive headfirst into content, and they have had quite a few people like blow up and leave.
Yeah.
So
just remember, there's a reason why there's no G4 anymore.
They sucked coming back.
But I digress on that.
Yeah,
that one. But I could go over the video more in depth. I did actually watch it, and it's really not that bad. But something else caught my eye, more than the subject matter of the video, more than Lindsay Ellis giving her speech about her own personal experience or talking about the issue in general. Something else caught my eye. Now, when you go to the IMDb page, you'll be greeted by this. Simple, standard, stock information, the things that you would normally encounter. The A Word 2010. Having chosen to get an abortion, this documentary follows Ellis' struggle and highlights a stigma others face. The A Word is Lindsay Ellis' directorial debut. as well as a very personal story. But do you know what the weird thing is? That's not the description that was actually always up there. It used to have a different synopsis, a different summary that was listed underneath. If you were to look at an archive of the page, it says, in the fall of 2009, Lindsay Ellis, a 25-year-old graduate student, made the decision to terminate her first and only pregnancy, finding the decision much more difficult than she anticipated. Now, why would they change the description? In the fall of 2009, Lindsay Ellis had an abortion and made a video about it. She did a small documentary about it. What happened earlier that year that fits in the time frame of needing to get an immediate abortion? What could possibly have motivated that decision?
What is your problem? Look, I double bagged it, okay? Anyway.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait, how do these dates add up? Fall of 2009 gets the abortion. Now, I'm not sitting here and saying that Spoony's descent into depression and alcoholism was at all fueled by the fact that he and Lindsay Ellis had a sexual affair.
I don't know if that's true or not.
I
can't say
mean,
if it
but
is or not.
but it makes sense,
Yeah,
and that makes his story actually kind of sad.
no, he's still a piece of shit.
I mean, he's still a piece of crap, but at the same time, like stuff like that can really mess you up, especially if you have somebody saying, it's my choice and you have no say in it. But if somebody really wants that child and the mother just goes and kills it, it's like,
Mikey, we don't know.
I mean,
I just think it's kind of funny though. If the narration, it's never come out that this is true. I'm making sure
Right.
everyone knows that.
Yeah.
It's just kind of funny that if that did happen, it lines up kind of.
Fair. And then she aborted the baby, breaking his mind and breaking his spirit.
And it would make more sense than him just talking about his dog having Twitter.
I'm not saying that. But Lindsay has spent a good amount of time really dealing with the hard issues, the big topics. I mean, my God, she did a documentary about getting an abortion. And she wasn't just satisfied with that. Lindsay Ellis is an advocate for rights. You saw her tweets about banana. She takes that very seriously.
Brian, what is in this?
Roofies.
She would never make a skit making a joke about bear, let alone creating a rap song about getting show. That would just be ridiculous. Dude, not funny. In her second Thanks for the Feedback video, she made a music video featuring a rap song about banana. The video was almost universally reviled as being in poor taste and has since been taken down, although not for that reason. Word of God says that she wasn't happy with the edit and didn't want it to be put up anyway. Wait.
okay. She had the same arc of what's his name? Oh my gosh, why did it leave me?
I don't know.
Boxing guy,
Boxing guy?
Creator Clash.
Which one?
The main guy. Content Cop.
Oh yeah, okay.
You can't remember it either.
I know. He's a piece of shit now. So.
Yeah. Anyway, she had the same arc as Content
Him.
Cop. Yeah, it's him. And they think they can it.
Mikey, that wasn't me. Now that was me back then.
I think that yes, for him, yes. For her, it was, oh, people don't think that's funny anymore. And
so it's not me anymore.
I can get popular if I go along with the crowd. That's what her arc sounds like. Just because of that one little statement right there, she didn't take it down.
She did because of the edit.
She took it down because she didn't like it, not because
It's offensive. She's the one that created it.
Yep.
Like she wrote it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I made some fucked up jokes and stuff when I did an animation, like a animated thing called S Carnage, right?
Yeah.
I had some bad jokes in there. And the reason why is because that character is supposed to be insane.
Yeah.
And that's the joke was, why would you ask a psychopathic killer guy that the only thing he's known for is murder and doing vile things, and he hates people, questions about like relationships and how to get a job. Like that's the joke. So obviously I got some feedback from mothers hating that when I gave advice to kids on go down the street, don't go down the street, go up the road, that they thought, oh, why are you doing that? Because it's a fucking cartoon. It's a joke. And to this day, would I make those jokes? Yeah, but like, but I don't do animations that much anymore.
But rip those jokes and that content. I miss it. It was funny.
Yeah, well, back then we were allowed to do that. We were allowed to be funny because
Yeah.
people knew that it was all fake. But the sad thing is nowadays people are like that. Like they don't. That's not a joke to them. Like that's reality. Like that's the people we cover. It's
Yeah.
just I think it's funny that like this is before the wave of that wokeness and shit happened, and she's already on it.
Yep.
I just imagine if you look up her now, what kind of content she makes. I personally have not looked it up, and I don't want to because I don't like watching cringe.
Fair.
She's probably really upset that a Mr. Guy that was president is now president again.
No, she doesn't care. She's gonna act like she cares.
Oh yeah.
She's probably had like 17 different TikToks of, oh, I gotta record myself in the perfect angle. Look at the tears.
Guys, please. We're gonna get through this together. Us not being able to have abortions anymore. Oh wait, we can still?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
In
well, still fuck that orange guy.
in 48 of the states we can. Oh, okay.
But I live in the one we can't.
So Lindsay Ellis actually made a song about banana or bear rap? Well, interestingly enough, if you were to go to search for this, you're not going to find it. In fact, I found bits and pieces of it. But when I delayed the Lindsay Ellis video, when I switched it up for the Linkara one, I had publicly talked about finding the rap video. And what do you know, when I go back to revisit it, it's disappeared as well.
Don't worry. He may have found
In
it.
fact, it's been scrubbed from the internet. But don't worry though. Even though Lindsay Ellis has removed all traces of the rap from the internet, my friends and I got together at the lab and we worked hard to create a real life forensic reconstruction of what we believe Lindsay Ellis's rap would have been like.
Make her suck your dick the first date. You scared the bitch? I can't relate. She let me in the house. Nobody's safe. Now pass the plate. Banana bear. She let me text her.
You're gonna have to censor all that.
Yeah.
Thing. And her own thing ended up taking the form of Shay Apocalypse, a website for Team Nostalgia Chick and other assorted talent to come and produce skits and ideas and videos that.
So she when she was on Channel Awesome, that guy with the glasses, she got her own fan base kind of.
Yeah.
And the other guys have had their own websites too.
Let me just sum up what you're getting ready to say. She's a girl.
Yes.
Yeah. She's a girl. She had a bigger following.
Yes.
Yeah. She has boobs.
Yeah.
All of that.
She wanted to direct and put up for her fan base. Now, what you're looking at is an archived version of the page, because if you try to go to this shithouse website, I don't know where this fucking thing is hosted, what Lithuanian server it exists on, but it's fucking impossible to get it to load. Not that it would really do much good, because the site basically died in 2015. If you look at any of the social media attached to it, the Facebook page, the Twitter account, all of them are pretty much dead as of 2015. It had something to do with them putting all their eggs in the blip basket and then it not working out.
Yep.
I
said, there was a moment where Blip was like, "Oh, you could make money and make a living off of it if you had enough people," but you can't ignore the biggest network, which was YouTube, and follow their dumb fucking rules that we have to do now. But yeah, why would you back that up? That's like saying, you know what? I'm going to put all my eggs into Kick.
Yeah.
I mean, some people have to, but maybe that's not a good analogy, because there are people that are on Kick making money.
Yeah. I mean, it's like putting all your eggs in Twitch and you seeing the writing on the wall that's happening right now.
Oh, yeah.
And you're not moving it. Like, now that you can stream to multiple places, multi-stream, you should do that if you're on Twitch. Just saying.
Yeah, because I was thinking about, hey, could we like put the Banana Bear show, like the live one, on that and that one too? There's no
No.
point.
No, I mean we literally would get banned the first time we went live.
Like Rumble, I would say, yeah, let's do that too. But Rumble is so hard to have the interface with StreamYards, uh, and Rumble. I don't know how to do it.
Well, we might have to
Yeah.
talk about that. I might be able to figure it out.
Okay.
I believe the site is still used somewhat, but it was a pretty abject failure. But that doesn't stop collecting those dollary dues on Patreon because for whatever reason, this shithouse website still has a Patreon account. Lindsay's still making a pretty chunk of change, which is remarkable considering she has her own fucking.
Bro, you see how many people give and how much she gets? There's some whales there, dude.
What? How do these people like? How? I don't want to be mean, but why do you keep giving your money to these people who aren't doing anything?
I don't know, Mike.
Like
You can become a member today by just supporting us on here on YouTube. You get some emotes. We're gonna have some some voting soon. You could also buy some merch from our shop. You know, we got shirts like that. Not like this. Was a limited time, but you get the sticker of this. I know that. Mugs, hats, you name it. Because we put out videos all the time. Go now. Anyway, continue.
Patreon account where she makes a really good amount of money.
she has her own
Mm-hmm.
as well.
So from Patreon alone, not from her being on YouTube or anything like that, she makes the equivalent of $6,500
A month.
a month.
Oh, per video.
Now, listen, this
Hmm.
is back in 2017. It's probably lower now, but still, that's a lot of money for someone I would consider like she's high up there. Like she's not like nostalgia, guy or
Yeah.
critic.
Mm-hmm.
She's lower than that, but that's a lot of money.
Yes, that is a lot of money.
That is around the lines of what I make at my real job for just putting out videos. Like,
That's per video.
oh shit, yeah.
Just FYI, think about that for a minute. So the way they do that is they're on, and anytime a video is released, I'm pretty sure they just go, that's my money now. Now, I think she has to do like a schedule,
Mm-hmm.
but
God, dude.
damn.
Yeah. Just imagine like fucking 4 videos a week. There's no way.
No, I mean, surely somebody of her caliber of creator spends more than 2 hours on a video, right? She doesn't just sit down in front of a camera and go to town talking about whatever. She sits down, I'm sure she writes out a script, has everything laid out.
I don't watch her.
No, I'm just saying she probably doesn't.
Yeah, probably.
Money doing her own videos. And yet here's Shay Apocalypse still raking in those dollars. If they could hit that $500 mark, they could finally get that fucking website to work. Fingers crossed. Let's hope they hit that goal this month. Yeah, all these social media seems to be dead for it. I can't really. Well, I mean, there is the Tumblr. I mean, it is Lindsay Ellis's Tumblr account, but it's still under the Shay Tumblr name, which I guess is an association with the website. Even the description, Team N Chicks, Rumbly, and My Tumbly. So maybe this is the only vestige left of this thing. I can't really
Fuck Tumblr.
tell you. It's not like they post a lot on the.
Is Tumblr still around?
Fair. I don't know. Let me look. I thought it was.
I just remember it was like Blogspot. It was like
Yes, Tumblr is still around.
don't even go on
Tumblr
there.
is still a thing.
I do
Oh.
remember when
Hold. Guess what? It comes up to trending And the number one trending thing, I'll give you one guess.
Woke.
Gay!
Gay!
Tumblr. It's not like Lindsay really talks about Shay Apocalypse on the Tumblr a lot. No, she mostly talks about other things. June2734 asked, "Hey Lindsay, just wondering how you and Todd met and became such..."
Well, so now we're going to get into a side character.
Okay.
So like I said, that guy with glasses, Channel Awesome, they had a lot of other creators, and
Uh-huh.
there was this guy named Todd in the Shadows, right?
Okay.
Todd in the Shadows was the boyfriend of Nostalgia Chick until something happened.
Good friends. We met sadly
Okay.
on the set of Suburban Nights. Well, set is a strong word, and sadly for me, but not for Todd. He thinks it's hilarious. We dated for about 3 years and called it off last year, but are still roommates. We kept that on the DL for a variety of reasons.
Yeah, you know what I'm going to get to. Todd in the Shadows is a cook boy.
Mostly
I was
because
about to
the
say, is this a
online
Destiny
atmosphere about a year
situation?
ago became suddenly very antagonistic, and breaking up is hard enough without fuckboys publicly scrutinizing you for it. But anyway, Todd's remained one of my best friends, and probably always will be. Love me. Love my Todd. Well, who's this Todd? Who the fuck breaks up with a girl and still is their friend and their roommate? Sounds a little bit new male to me. Sounds
New mail.
a little bit like a beta bear. Who is this Todd? This Todd in the Shadows. Well, Todd in the Shadows is a real-life composite. He's basically what the gay love child of Harold and Kumar would look like if they
Yes. Yes. That is a perfect comparison. That is nail in the coffin. Boom.
had gay ass babies. But
Wow.
Todd leads a double life. In the daytime, he drives your taxi in the Bronx. But at night, he mugs people in alleyways. At least that's what I'm assuming this LARPing costume is going for. That or it's some kind of fucking homage to R. Kelly's Mask period. I don't really know. But Todd in the Shadows was another contributor at That Guy with the Glasses. He made music-related content for people to consume. And much like we've seen with different content producers on That Guy with the Glasses, Todd exhibits the exact same behavior that they all seem to exhibit once they start using Twitter. Just take a look at a few of his greatest hits. I knew Justin Wario and you did not. Trust me, he would not support Gamergate and would not want anyone to think he did.
That didn't age well, did it?
Nope.
Wario is someone we were going to cover at the end of this, and yeah, he's not a good guy.
Nothing says moral conviction like using
Okay.
a dead man's legacy to argue a point.
Now, mind you, when these videos were made, Mikey, I don't think he knew about Wario.
Oh.
Yeah, we do though.
On the internet
Yeah.
with other fucking angry video game nerds. And it's a very tactful backpedaling you did immediately following this and the blowback you got for it when you put up a twit longer saying that you were triggered because somebody had a Jew Wario hat on their avatar. But I think my favorite tweet of Todd's altogether would be this one. Gamergate is attacking a friend of mine, SRH Butts, a person who has done absolutely nothing wrong. SRH Butts didn't do nothing. It's a good boy. Just needs money for dem programs. But who exactly is SRH Butts? I mean, if we were to look up Sarah
Sarah
Nyberg,
Butts.
who would we find? Well, one of the articles you might come across would be this one from Breitbart. Leading Gamergate critic Sarah Nyberg claimed to be a pedophile, apologized for white nationalism. In a shocking post in Nyberg's own FF Shrine chat logs dated 26 October 2005, Nyberg, who used a screen name Sarah, describes herself as a submissive male-to-male transsexual pedophile that's fond of age play and penis girls that really misses Alice. Elsewhere in the log, she says, "Yes, I am a pedo. I embraced my child lover soul long ago." Nyberg says she knows pedophile. I've probably known 8 to 12 pedo bear.
This was made a long time ago.
She says, SRA.
Like I said, a lot of the shit that we've at least I've watched Nostalgia Critic when this came out, and it's just crazy how the wave of Tumblr has consumed our media today.
Yeah.
To the point where it's like, oh, when you watch this, you're like, oh, this is like normal. This was years ago, dude.
Yeah.
Like-
This was what was done in the shadows.
Yeah. And that's why I know for a fact a lot of the shit, the woke, diversity, all this shit. It wasn't just a nuance of people couldn't take it anymore. No, this was bred in Tumblr, on your little fucking snowflake fucking forums,
Uh-huh.
until they were like, you know what, we should go mainstream.
Yep.
And then 2017, just inject that in there, and it's been growing onto this force that
To be
people think it's
honest,
normal.
I think it was a little different. Like, so it was introduced to Tumblr and all this stuff. So it's back whenever mine and your generation were growing up, and our parents didn't know shit about the internet, and they just like, here you go, here's a computer, you can play.
No, it's kind of like the furry thing, right? Like
Yeah,
the furries are huge now.
yeah,
Back in the day, they were too, because there was groups, forums of like-minded individuals, even though the thing that they like is fucking dumb and cringy. But no one's saying no, 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 no.
right.
So
They
it
did it
just
in the fringes of
encapsulates
the internet.
until, hey, this is normal. We
Yep.
should fight for this. While normal people are like, no,
The fuck?
yeah.
H butts didn't do nothing wrong. Brilliant, Todd. What a brilliant defense of an innocent person, Todd. That didn't blow up in your fucking face really quickly, did it? Just like that Jew Wario thing. You seem to get really hot under the collar about Gamergate. I don't blame you. I've heard it's a misogynistic hate movement against women,
Mr. Metokur was one of the founding fathers of Gamergate.
with the singular
Yes, he
purpose
was.
being to get a Republican in the White House in 2016. At least that's what I've heard. I wouldn't know anything personally about it. Now, I know
No.
that was a minor amount of minor contributors to put in the compilation video, but I think Todd really fits this category. After all, he was minor enough of a boyfriend to basically live in the fucking closet and stay a roommate after he got his ass dumped. And with that minor amount of manhood, I can't think of any better place to put him than in this compilation video. Now, I had intended to talk about a few other things, but really kind of going over it and looking at the different chat logs and interactions, it's a lot of boring people. I'm going to be honest with you. The big names
Yeah.
seem to get involved in the more interesting things or have a longer sorted history than the smaller name contributors to the website. That's not to say they don't play a role in a lot of the scandals or alleged scandals or rumors, but that's more for the finale, which is the last video at the end of this month, the last weekend.
Which we're going to look at now.
Started this gangster shit. And this the motherfucking thanks I get. Hello. I started this gangster shit. And this the motherfucking thanks I get. Hello. The motherfucking world is a ghetto, full of magazines, full clips, and heavy metal when the smoke settles. I'm just looking for a big yellow. It's 6-inch stilettos, Dr. Dre. Hello.
And welcome to the That Guy with the Glasses finale. What an arduous journey it has been to get.
Was that really her?
No.
Okay. I was
No,
about
but
to say.
it was her mugshot, though.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Get here.
I'm sure we'll get
Lots
to it.
of difficulties and obstacles laid in our path, but we're not the only adventurer out there that's run into a bit of trouble. I'm talking about our own little Lindsay Lohan, our little Disney princess. And what sort of trouble? What sort of trouble has the nostalgia chick been into to get a mugshot that looks like this? I have a feeling it's not due to a feminist critique of the Transformers. Just call it a hunch. But maybe we can take a look at the alleged police report that's circulating online right now to get a better idea what exactly happened.
I would like to do
take
that.
a look at the officer's notes. See what she did to get the fuzz to come down on her. What did little Lindsay do to get the police up on her shit? Narrative case notes. On August 12, 2017 at 49 past midnight, Officer Garrison A. responded to a call regarding drunkenness at 257 East Main Street. On arrival, contact was made with suspect Lindsay Ellis. She was very unsteady on her feet, her speech was nearly unintelligible, and she was extremely hostile towards officers. She was taken into custody on the charge of public intoxication. While being transported to WCDC, Ellis began kicking the windows of my patrol vehicle and banging her head against the cage repeatedly. I then stopped and placed hobbles around the suspect's feet to prevent her from causing damage to the vehicle or inflicting injury to herself. During the process, she stepped on her own glasses, breaking them. She was then transported the rest of the way to WCDC without further incident. The suspect's handcuffs were checked for proper fit, double locked, and no complaint of injury was made. Kicking the windows of my patrol vehicle and banging her head against the cage.
So I'm gonna make a joke. that looks like. Have you ever seen that picture of the girl on the couch and then the people standing behind her? If you know what I mean,
Mm-hmm.
that's what that looks like.
Mm.
She looks guilty as hell.
Repeatedly. Take a moment to get a mental image of this going on. Imagine a completely sloppy fucking drunk Lindsay Ellis in the back of a squad car, mule kicking the shit out of the bars in the back of the car and slamming her
Dang.
fucking head against the window. Hey, yo, motherfucker, I don't know if you know this, but I review movies on the internet. Hard Knock Life's up in this bitch. You're talking to the Shirley Temple killer in here, motherfucker. Clearly, she was fighting the patriarchy in a bid to escape to her freedom. Obviously, this officer must have mansplained to her that you can't take a piss on the sidewalk after having 14 Jaeger bombs.
Jaeger bombs.
And she needed to teach the fucking patriarchy a lesson. Our brave little freedom fighter, stunning and brave little freedom fighter,
So brave.
didn't let it get her down. And so now we have this lovely picture to remember the evening by. Now, while it's funny, I don't think I can shit on Ellis too hard. I mean, haven't we all been there? Haven't we gotten so drunk that we tried to break out of cop car
No.
Me neither.
and then damaged our glasses in a fit of rage? I mean, that's a common experience I think we've all shared. Because, YouTube videos, that's a tough business. You put up that 20-minute review of the newest movie, and you just want to go out and wild a little bit. You want to tear some shit apart. That's how Ellis gets her kicks off. I have to admit, though, I'm a little bit relieved. For a while there, I thought she was arrested for something else. I thought those dirty, evil SJW feminists found her rap video and brought her up on charges of hurting feelings. If you remember the last video that I had done featuring Ellis in the compilation collection, I had to get the boys together in the lab to put together our best approximation of what we thought that would be. But sadly, it doesn't exist on the internet anymore. But what can I do? I'm not Merlin. I don't have a magic wand where I can go abracadabra, rap video appear.
So logically, if you're rapping, you're probably not bear at any given time. So here we have my friend and yours, convicted Brian, who's going to help us on our little experiment.
Hey, can I wrap this out?
Banana.
Sweet. Cool. All right, this is gonna be great.
YouTube was a different time, wasn't it?
Or perhaps I do. Oh, what do you know? The rap video does exist. Somebody put up a copy of it. Thank you very much, archivist, for holding on to this gem so we can take a look at the hot lyrics that Lindsay wrote for the rap video.
Little note. Anybody who's archiving stuff, thank you. Because this stuff is slowly disappearing.
Yeah.
Places that archive stuff have been hit with multiple different things being taken down, that sort of stuff. Please continue to do it if you know how. Pass
that's
along
one of
that
the-
trade.
That's one of the reasons why we do this. Like, people are like, oh, why are you two people watching the thing? Because, like, a lot of these things sometimes get taken down.
Yep.
And yeah, you're going to have two dumb guys, one with sunglasses on, talking about the video. But that's called transformative content.
Video. Because she was the writer on this. Now, DJ Fedora here, he's singing the song, but remember the lyrics. The hotness comes from the head writer, Lindsay Ellis. So let's drop a beat and listen to this jam, homeboy. Here is the rap video. See how close it compares to my my speculated guess.
Yo, I'm sick up
Bear.
tape it. I need it like a wild ape and my penis is bent and misshapen. So I'm spending my nights out
Banana. Bear.
with my hand on your mouth, cause I don't like noise. I just use
Banana. Bear.
toys.
Show. Banana.
Palm full of coins, but no teen,
Bear.
cause I don't like boys. I always struck out with women, more or less. I never got no action. My life was a mess till I found the secret to my success. It's in my world, baby. No means yes. Yo, P-Cash, take it to the bridge.
It almost makes you wonder why Ellis would want to get rid of this.
Wonder.
It's a masterpiece.
Yeah. It's like a lot of these guys are trying to be edgy for edge's sake.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, best example would be like Birdemic, right? Birdemic is a fucking horrible movie.
Yes.
People laugh at it because it's so bad. But then they made Birdemic 2, and the director thought, oh, yeah, I'm gonna make something funny, and it wasn't funny because he was in
course.
on the joke.
Right.
You know, best example. So like they're like, hey, we're gonna be cringy on purpose, and it's more cringy.
Yeah.
Because
It's cringe for being cringe sake.
just stupid, isn't it? It's so dumb and tame and neutral and not really that offensive. It's a fat fedora wearing idiot rapping about banana
You can't spell
bear without show.
and if she orders the most expensive thing on the menu, that's implied consent.
Maybe she's trying to bury the past a little bit, bury that past, so she doesn't have to atone for her sins of humor. I don't know, but I don't see what's so bad about that.
That wasn't even shockingly funny.
I know it was more like, dude, all of like Nostalgia Critic had some humor, but it was
Yeah.
kind of like the YouTube like, oh, and I keep using the word cringe. I hate using it, but it was cringy back then. Like
Yeah.
even we did cringy shit. It just has to do that. But like them trying to use production and toe that line without being like super offensive back then, it made it shitty.
Yeah. And now it's just like,
It didn't age well.
what is this?
Like
That I
using
don't
this
see
is
what-
bad. Like Linkara shit was worse because he tried to have an actual story, and like no
Yeah.
one cared. Just talk about your dumb comic.
So terribly offensive about that she would need to pull it down. But then again, Lindsay runs with a new crowd. She runs with a new crowd who doesn't like anything that's not very politically correct.
The
She's
worst.
re-imaged herself.
I love that shirt though. Cthulhu.
Oh, it's like,
You can see that in her latest videos and the way she
What? Cthulhu's awesome. Like
I looked at Anna Carcesian's shirt, or however you say her name. I was like, what? It's black. Are you complimenting her? Or
like her soul.
yeah. She's a horrible person.
presents them and the subject matter that she covers, which is a shame because it seems like Lindsay might have been pretty fun to hang out with back in the day. Might have had a pretty decent sense of humor. But hey, fuck it. I mean, a little bit of public intoxication, fighting with the police, and a couple videos about banana really don't make you a bad person. It's not like she's Mexican or something.
Oh, remember the link the Spoony one? And I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, I gotta find that one thing.
Yep.
I found
Is this
it.
it? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's watch
Okay.
it. One not not
One,
forgotten.
but not forgotten.
Now this is like an added bonus for that Spoony one.
Okay.
Those Antweiler boys, they sure get up to some
Now that's his brother,
Yeah.
right? You can tell because they both look the same.
mischief. I'm talking about Noah Antweiler, the Spoony one. And if you ever watched his videos, the Wrastlin videos in particular, you probably noticed his co-host there. That would be Noah's brother Miles. Now, shockingly, unlike Noah, Miles has actually done something with his life. He stands on the razor-thin blue line separating us from the thugs that exist in our midst.
Border control.
Yeah.
The deep, dark criminal underbelly. Yes, that's right. Miles actually contributes in a tangible fucking way to society. He doesn't just sit around reviewing Final Fantasy while drinking himself into a coma. He's in law enforcement. That's him on the very far left there. Now, I'm sure some of you are already well aware of this. You probably keep up with the news. You might have read a few articles about Miles' exploits out there in the field, doing what
I love my cop brothers. I think they're awesome.
I do too, but it's funny what happens and how the audience reacts.
Right, but looking at this, like normal cop, normal cop, normal cop, and then you have him.
Just wait.
I'm just
he
saying.
does. But in case you missed it, let me pick a random headline to give you an idea of the kind of cop work that Miles gets involved in. Immigrant killed by deputy had troubled past. Sheriff Joe Arpaio believes Deputy Miles Antweiler was protecting the public when he held his banana near Castellano's head and bear show. The bullet entering Castellano's banana bear show and lodging in his brain. I think the deputy is probably a hero, Arpaio said. He might have saved a lot of lives that night. Now, all joking aside, Miles was in one hell of a situation. If you actually read the fucking news report, this guy was like a human smuggler. He was involved in a bunch of criminal shit. And well, I'll read a piece of it for you to give you an idea what he's what he's fucking dealing with when he arrives on scene. When paramedics pulled Castellano's body from his SUV, they found his assault rifle with more than 30 rounds of ammunition and a handgun. So he's got a criminal record. He's a human smuggler. He's already in court for something. They get called to the residence and Miles has to go deal with this guy and he's got a fucking arsenal in his vehicle. He tells him, keep still, put your hands up, and everything goes to shit. But I think
Now, the jokes are gonna happen,
Yeah.
but he was not in the wrong
No.
for a cop. If you guys are like, oh, he should have like tased him. No.
we all know what's really going on here. Miles calls the shots. He sets the fucking policies. Why do you think Donald Trump pardoned Joe Arpaio? Because Arpaio praised Miles' work. He's the ringleader for immigration enforcement in this country, but people aren't really well aware of that. Why do you think Noah refers to him as the Iceman, the DDT machine? Now you might be thinking, wait, maybe that's a reference. Maybe he's a big fan of Top Gun. Maybe the DDT machine's like a wrestling thing. No, that's Death Deal and Tortilla Machine. The Iceman is coming. We need to run away before he kills us with his tortillas. Funnily enough, if you bring this up to Noah, if you mention this on, say, a Hitbox stream or a YouTube stream, Spoony doesn't respond very well. Now, I think it's deep-seated jealousy. I think he's upset that his brother does something and he doesn't. But nonetheless, if you were to mention Juan but not forgotten in any context, on any platform that Spoony happens to be on, he immediately flips his shit. He starts banning people left and right. Now, some individuals, I don't
This need not be said, but Banana Bear, you guys don't do this.
What? He's barely
Don't-
on anyway.
Don't do this. Don't do this. We do not want anyone to go do this.
know
Do
who
you,
they are.
do
They
you
got
want to
into some
forget
shit
Juan? Do you want
shenanigans.
people to forget Juan?
with Noah. Went to one of his Hitbox streams, and everything kind of devolved from there.
Just
They
don't
were
do
saying
it.
a few things, talking about gardeners and mentioning that his name was Juan, and he was not forgotten. And they were banhammered, and banhammered in an extraordinary fashion. And after hundreds of bans had been issued, he shut down the stream. He completely shut it down. Now, why Juan but not forgotten? That's not the actual guy's name. The criminal's name that Miles put down was Felipe Ramirez. It wasn't Juan. Well, it's gone but not forgotten. You see, it's a nice little play on words. But if you want the deepest lore, if you want that 5-hour Dark Souls 2 shit, then let me drop a knowledge bomb on you. That night began normally for the Castellano family, according to the detective's interview with Juana Ramirez, Castellano's wife. So Felipe's wife is named Juana, Juan but not forgotten. Did I just mind fuck you? Did your head just explode? Now you
That was
might
pretty
hand
good.
wave all that away and say, well, you've got to be nice. Spoony's going through a lot. Don't you know that he's sick? Aren't you well aware of how sick Spoony is?
Don't care.
Oh, I'm very well aware. If you were to look at any social media platform that Noah inhabits, you are bombarded by almost daily fucking messages about how near death Noah Antweiler is. I am amazed that this living petri dish hasn't expired already.
Wow.
So that's a little extra about the Spoony one, but it was mostly about the nostalgia chick today. So
Okay.
that's what I got.
Okay.
Was that a great introduction to someone that used to be super popular?
You're slowly making me hate all these people. Before I was like, nah, I don't care. I didn't even know who they
I was like,
were.
nostalgia critic, and they're just reviewers.
Yeah, I mean I didn't
Sure.
even I don't even think I knew who Spoony was. I didn't watch him. And her, I think I may have seen a few things. Now I can't stand either of them.
Mm.
So check mark.
This all is coming together.
It's all part of your plan.
Yeah, because there's one major thing that happens, and then we discover the biggest piece of shit out of all of them.
There's more.
Yeah, it's not from nostalgia. It's not from Mr. Metokur,
Okay.
because he didn't cover it. But it's what happened after these that a stand up against Channel Awesome. We find out more. But that's for another video. Mikey, this has been the Nostalgia Chick, a very what do you call it? Strong, independent woman. She's so brave.
DEI hire, all the above.
So brave.
Still
and
getting paid by
a little
Patreon.
bit Juan too. I forgot.
Not forgotten. And with that, we'll call this a show. Be sure to like, subscribe, leave in the comments what's your favorite Channel Awesome stuff. Or guy with the glasses.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever. It's all the same thing. I don't know. Is it still the same thing? Probably not.
I know.
And be a member. And we'll see you next. Bye.
Juan, not forgotten. Juan.
Andy Dick screaming his boo-filled cries. Cyrex covered in scabs with bedbugs lies. The Banana Bear Show! Subscribe and buy a t-shirt. Local coverage makes you laugh till it hurts.